Hi, my name is Greg, and welcome to the WebEasy Professional 8 tutorial series. In these videos, we will go through the necessary steps to create a custom website using WebEasy's Website Assistant. The Website Assistant enables us to create a personalized website in a short amount of time without any knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or any other programming languages. You will also learn how to edit text, add and modify photos, add special effects, work with links, set up a customer information submission form, export the document into HTML format, and then finally upload your website to the hosting provider. Let's go ahead and get started by opening our WebEasy Professional program. The first thing we will see is a dialog box in the center of the screen called the Activity Center. If the screen doesn't appear, we can open it manually by going to our Home taskbar and clicking the Activity icon. Now that the Activity Center is open, we can see several different features to choose from. These program features simply provide us with the ability to perform many web design tasks quickly. Today we'll be working with the Website Assistant feature. To start the Assistant, click on the upper left-hand button labeled Website. This brings us to the Website Assistant welcome screen, which states that the Assistant will guide us through the necessary steps to create a website. We can click the Next button to start making our website, and if we make a mistake during the process, we can click the Back button to correct it. Let's click the Next button and get started. Here we will see the template selection screen where we can choose from over 500 unique designs. WebEasy places their templates in 5 different categories: business, family and personal, hobbies and events, organizations and clubs, and iPhone and mobile phone. Today we will be selecting a template from the hobbies and events category, and the name we are looking for is musical notes. Once we find the category of choice, we click to open the template preview in the box to our right. We can navigate through the different pages of our template by clicking on any of the 4 icons shown. The bottom icon will bring us to the last page of the template. The second icon will go forward 1 page. The third icon will go back 1 page, and the last icon will return us to the first page. If we don't like our current color scheme, we can select a different one by clicking the Recommended Style Selection button. If we don't like these either, we can pick from the Master Styles list. To access the Master Style list, we can click this drop-down menu, or we can click the icon next to the Recommended Style Selection button. However, I suggest we stick with the recommended styles because they are designed for this specific template. The other styles will work, but the recommended ones will be the most visually pleasing. So let's go back into the recommended styles, select the Carnival Classic 16 style, and click OK to apply the changes. Now that we have selected a template, we can go ahead and click Next. With this screen, we can choose a specific location to store our website document, as well as change the document name. Personally, I suggest you name the document after yourself or your company and use the suggested file location to make it easier to find later on. In this case, we can just pretend the company name is Musical Notes. We can now click Next to go to the text editing screen. Here we have the ability to edit several text fields which will be located within our website. For those of you who don't know, a text field is simply any box on the website that contains letters, numbers, or symbols. If we choose not to enter our text information now, we can still edit these text fields later on. Let's click on any one of these copyright text fields and enter Musical Notes Incorporated in the text box provided to the right. The easiest way to edit content is by left-clicking and dragging the mouse over the box to highlight all the text. At this point, we can begin typing and all the previous text will disappear, leaving only the new text. After we finish typing, we can press the Tab key to edit the subsequent text field, or we can manually select the next text field with our mouse. It's also important to know that the text field we just edited is known as a single-line text item, meaning there is only 1 line provided to enter our information. Let's click on the Enter Street text field to see what a multi-line text item looks like. A multi-line text item can easily be identified by its scroll bar on the right-hand side of the text editing box. Let's start editing this field by entering the street address, but before we can type in the city and state, we need to place our cursor on the second line. This is done by holding the Control key and pressing Enter. If we did this correctly, we will see the cursor at the beginning of the second line, and we can now enter the city and state. Press Ctrl and enter again to place the cursor on the third line so we can enter our zip code. Once we have typed in the zip code, we can click Next to finish the initial setup of our site and bring us to the final screen. We are now presented with two final options. The first one allows us to preview our site in a web browser. To do this, simply check the box labeled Preview Website Now at any time prior to clicking Finish. The other option is to add an RSS feed to your website by checking the box below. However, the RSS feature will be discussed later in the advanced tutorial series. So for now, leave this unchecked and click Finish. WebEasy will now create our page and load it into the workspace, as well as launch a preview of the website. With this preview, we can navigate the website to see what it will look like if it were actually published on the internet. Once we are done previewing the website, we can close the browser and begin the detailed editing process. Please check out How to Build a Website with WebEasy Professional 8 Part 2 to see how this is done. If you have any questions about this video or the WebEasy program, I encourage you to post them below in the comments section. Thanks again for watching the Procure Eminence tutorials.